Hey guys.
Hey.
Welcome back to another episode of Shaking Up the Game with your hosts, Haley.
And Ari.
I pledge allegiance.
No, we're not doing that.
Why do we... Why?
There's just been a lot of patriotic things
like for a lot of
couple
time.
Months, and I'm quite frankly over it.
Quite frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember like a long time ago we were talking about the Pledge of Allegiance and you were like, what's that song that we...
Oh, fuck off. Yeah.
Because the reality is, why do we have so many songs?
The Star Spangled Banner.
Yes.
And isn't there another one? And I think I was mixing those.
God Bless America.
So what's that? That's the anthem?
So I don't exactly know where they all fall, and I'm sure this would be in the test if we were becoming a citizen.
Absolutely.
Because they don't talk about that enough. Like, to become a citizen, you learn more than, like, I know from growing up in the school system here.
Yeah.
Do they still do the Pledge of Allegiance in class?
You know, that's a good question. I feel like they don't. Like, as of, like, within the last 10 years.
I know. Don't. I feel like we heard something about
Isn't
that.
that weird to think, like, back in school, when you would literally every morning stand up and pledge allegiance?
So weird.
Like, it's kind of weird.
It's giving cult.
It's giving cult. It's giving American cult. Like,
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
yeah.
That is weird. It's kind of like religion.
Yeah.
But not.
I don't think they do that anymore.
I don't think they do either. I don't know. I literally have a nephew in school. Could ask him.
Yeah, you could. If they talk to you.
He does not speak to me.
Kids are crazy. Kids will humble you so fucking quick.
Yeah, and then, but I feel like even when they're not my kids, I'm like, ugh.
Well, yeah, because you can just pass them back.
No, and I'm like, I don't have time for your bullshit.
Period.
Like,
and I'm not here to raise you.
No. And you don't want to talk to me? Okay, I don't want to talk to you.
Exactly. I didn't want to anyways.
Let me know when you want to, and we'll reconnect.
Yeah, no. That's why I don't have kids.
That's why.
Yes.
That's the only reason why.
That's the only reason.
No, I actually said to my mom the other day, and I was like, my kids better be talkative. But I realized
I'm sure.
Well, I was just going to say the same thing for yours, though. We wouldn't have to worry about that. Like, my nephews cry when they see me. Not a personal thing. Like, it's just like anyone. But, like, and I hope that's not the case for me.
Yeah, no. I don't see that happening.
For either of our kids.
I think our kids won't shut the fuck up, actually.
I know. I was going to say it's like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Like, where we're going to want to be like, holy hell.
Yeah. Like, they're going to piss me off. I know it.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
but
just say, like, and do cringe shit, and I'm just going to look at them and be like, why? Why would you do that?
The worst thing is when kids are like, watch this, and they do some dumb shit, and you're like...
cool. But then, like, I say this stuff, and my mom's like, honey, you were so ridiculous. I guess I would stand there and be like, Mom, look, Mom, look, watch this. Mom, look, over and over and over again. And I'm looking at her like, how did you not just beat the shit out of me? Like, how did you not slap me?
And how did she survive without noise-canceling headphones? Because that's the thing now. Like, if your kid's, like, super yappy, you could just, like, throw those things on.
Yeah, sweetie.
Mm-hmm. Which every, like, so often you'd be like...
Yeah, like, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, I really hope that my kids can entertain themselves.
Oh, same.
Like, when I used to watch my friend's little kid, and then they, like, got to the age where they could, like, self-independent play, I was like...
Oh, we love independent play.
Oh, we love independent play. Like, yes, go work on that little stovetop that's doing nothing. Like,
an easy
play
bake?
with your fake vegetables.
Dude,
like,
love
please.
that. That's when I learned I wanted to be a cashier.
Oh,
did you want to be a cashier?
Yes.
Me too. But
I would do the...
Yeah. Bag it.
Oh, yes.
You know what's crazy though now? Because nothing pisses me off more than having to bag my own groceries.
Facts.
So the tables have completely turned. I'm like, wait, this used to be my desired occupation.
Yes, like I had serious goals in life to become a cashier. And now I'm like, go to the store. I'm like, aw.
I know, and I
hate
hate
what
it.
It cracked up to be, you know?
And I'm not paying 8 cents for a bag that I had to fill myself.
Period.
Like, I'm sorry. I have to pay for the bag, and I'm bagging my own groceries. Like, no.
Yeah. I know.
No.
But, you know, straws and bags, we're saving the turtles.
No. I'm just like, when it says how many bags did you use, I'm like, none.
Yeah, no. It's also none of your business.
No, you weren't involved. You weren't involved. That's what I mean. I'm like, I'm over here by myself.
This
like,
computer's telling me, asking me how many bags I used.
Yeah, how many hands did you use? None? All right.
Exactly.
All
so
right.
moving on.
Right.
I'm a big reusable bag girly though.
Oh, I always have them in my car. The problem is, like,
Yeah.
they often don't make it from the car to the...
Well, if you go in for, like, 2 things, and then you end up coming out with, like, 6 things, and you're like, God damn it.
Usually, I have to transfer them from the shitty bags that they give me to my reusable bags because they can't even make it up the stairs.
Oh, yeah, because now we've just nixed handles.
Yeah, no handles anymore. No
but
handles.
I'm paying 8 cents.
For
and
what?
Then I'll pay 6 cents. Because where'd the handles go?
Well,
Where did the handles go?
Well, yes. No more handles and gas went up.
What a time.
What
folks.
a time to
What
be
a time.
but what a time. Let's get into the rain check.
Yes,
we're going right into it.
Check. Let's get right into it.
This is a big week for Seattle sports fans. Just felt like there was a lot of...
Yeah.
Oh, and also the Supersonics.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
It's happening.
As if you guys haven't heard this story before. It kind of sounds like a broken record, but the theory that we all had that maybe one day we'll get the Sonics back is like actually kind of starting to look real.
Oh, yeah.
And here's the deal. If people are voting against this, I'm blaming it on Vegas.
Well, I don't think they can choose. It's either both or none.
I know.
Yeah.
Who's saying no to Seattle?
Oh, yes.
I think it's Vegas because they'd rather have a different city or something along those lines.
Like, not Vegas is voting against Vegas. The Board of Governors
Yes,
are.
the Board of Governors.
Okay.
Like, I think it's Vegas that will fuck us over if we get fucked over.
But Vegas is such a money market. Maybe
Yeah.
not. Anyways, what we're talking about is breaking news. This week, the NBA Board of Governors meetings will take place on March 24th and the 25th, and they will officially be voting on expanding the NBA 2 franchises in Seattle and Las Vegas.
Yep. And to clear up some confusion, that it's, like you just said, it's both or none.
Yes.
It's not Seattle or Vegas. It's Seattle and Vegas.
Mm-hmm. And it's not a different location. Those are the locations because in previous years it's been the Board of Governors are voting on would there be an expansion and what cities should we explore.
Yeah.
These are the cities. It's not like they're going into these meetings and they're going to talk about adding Nevada.
It's literally
That's Vegas.
that is Vegas. Like
that's like saying Olympia is Seattle. I don't like
yeah.
what?
No, it's either 2 cities,
Yes.
Seattle and Vegas, or none at all. Like you said, Vegas is a money market at the moment, so
Yeah.
it's looking somewhat promising. Also, the reason why I've seen people not understand why can't just be Seattle. It has to be 2 teams, otherwise the division or the conferences are uneven.
Right.
And then I don't know. I guess this would happen as the expansion happens. If we were to truly get the Sonics back, Vegas got a team, then either some team in the West would move
Yes.
to the East, and they're currently looking at Minnesota and
Memphis.
Memphis. Yeah.
Yeah, so Seattle and Vegas would join the Western Conference because the NBA is currently at 30 teams. They want to go to 32. So at least that's been decided on because the years in the past, it's been whether they're going to expand or not.
Yeah.
And now it's been decided. Like NBA analysts are saying that if you are a Seattle sports fan, this is the first time that you can actually be excited that this would come to fruition. Like this isn't such a shot in the dark.
Did you see that from Wemby? Or not Wemby, Wendy.
Yeah, Wemby.
Wemby. Windhorse, Brian
Yeah.
Windhorse. Yeah. On Get Up or NBA Today,
And that's
whatever.
true.
Yeah, and they were talking about like, voting on it and how real is this, etc. And I like how goosebumps when he said that because
Me
it genuinely
too.
seemed like actually like real. Like, and it was like if you are a Seattle basketball fan, like this, you can finally be excited because
Right.
it's happening.
So the first vote it's first of 2 votes. The first vote on March 24th or 5th, that's going to be more of a formality so that they can then start talking to investors and bidders who would be interested in the market.
Surely it's just like a small little amount,
Small
right?
amount. They're projecting both franchises would individually be projected at about 7 to 10 billion.
Stephen A. Smith said he thinks it's going to be $10 billion each. No problem.
So the part of the vote is also because the other teams in the NBA will have a say in it, right? Because they're going to lose a percentage of their profits by adding 2 teams.
Yeah.
However,
so
if
the NBA as a whole has like the profit, and then it gets shared between all of the teams.
Yes.
So right now, that's why it's kind of tough. Like other teams could be a little greedy, other owners, in sense because right now they're only splitting it with 29 other teams. Obviously, going to 32, you're going to split it with 31 other teams.
Right.
So your profit share will diminish a little bit. However, typically that is said according to very smart financial people. That's not me.
no, we are.
You're right. You're right. And basically, like that amount that they would quote unquote lose or see less of
Yep.
kind of evens out over like
Right.
the first couple, like
Because
1 or 2
of
years.
the projections
Yeah.
of it being 10 billion each team.
Yes. And because like the amount that, say, the Sonics would bring in, the amount that the team
Yes.
of Vegas would, that money would eventually, I mean, it's a short amount of time too. I think it's like 1 to 3 years of that amount that those teams profit would make up for the quote unquote missed or
Sure.
deduction of profit that you would be losing
Right.
by sharing it with other teams. So realistically, it's just owners having to deal with like a little less of a profit share for like,
Immediately.
yeah,
Yeah.
immediately. But then after that, it's back up to.
So after the bidding begins and they start taking bids from investors, essentially hearing who would be interested, what money amounts, then later in the year there's the second final vote after they basically find out if there's bidders that can meet that target value, right? Like the 10 billion mark.
Crazy, they
And
haven't
then-
asked me.
In both that second vote and in the first vote also, 23 of the 30 governors must vote in favor. And they're targeting the 2028 season
Yeah.
for these 2 franchises to start, which I'm like, hi, that's like not far away.
That was my first thought, was literally like, wait, okay, we're already in 2026, and then that's next year, and then the following year, it'd be like basketball's back.
If we win a Super Bowl, well, we won a Super Bowl. If we then win a World Series and then the following year and a half, we have the Sonics back.
All hate about Seattle needs to be squashed immediately.
I will be crying like pretty much daily.
I legitimately, like, a week ago was like, I kid you not, if we were to win the World Series this year and then the Sonics came back, like, I'm good for the next 5 years. I'm getting like 10, 15
she's like, I
years.
don't
Like,
need to
at
win
this
every-
point,
Well,
like,
because
I just need that.
winning the World Series and finding out if the Sonics are come back would
Yeah.
be pretty close to
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
time, which
Like-
would be insane.
Yeah, I would be so over the moon that, like, I would be like, okay, I'm not going to get greedy. I don't need, like, to
Yeah.
win World Series and Super Bowls every year. I'd be good for a large amount of time. Fuck, I've waited this long.
No, we've been patient. We're
Yes.
patient. This is the most patient I've ever been in my
And
whole
then,
life.
like, within, like, what, 3-4 years, it's like, bam, bam, bam. I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, I don't
This
know
is
what happened.
fantastic.
When we turned 30, something just started aligning,
Period.
which they say your 30s are
You're
the
right.
best.
You're right. Like, imagine just being able to go to, like,
A song like
a
tonight.
Sonics game. Yeah.
Well, I did once imagine it.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 crazy, few things on this because this is not going to be over. We've heard a couple questions about what would they be called if the team returns. Which I know that wasn't from a true Seattle
Yeah.
fan, because you would know that they will
Respectfully.
100% be the Seattle Seahawks.
Yes.
Oh my
okay.
gosh. I'm just like, now there's just too many
Too
good
many
teams.
Seattle sports going on.
They would for sure be the Seattle Supersonics.
Yes, correct.
What colorway they would wear, I'm not really sure because there's been a few. But there was also a recent post by someone or affiliated with the OKC media or whatever they are, saying like the Oklahoma City Thunder would release all the like rights to the Sonics as well as the jersey retirements and stuff. And someone was like, no, they're not doing us a favor. That's quite literally in the contract.
I was just going to say that was in the contract.
Yeah, in 2008, when this all happened and the Supersonics became the Oklahoma City Thunder, the reason why the Thunder aren't the Sonics, because that was part of the deal.
Yeah,
was
the naming rights still belongs to
Yes.
Seattle. Our championships belongs
banners.
to-
Yep.
all of that belongs to Seattle. OKC has never had any of that.
Right. When the fans are like, no, we'll give it back. We're like, no,
You
you
didn't
never
have
have it.
You did not have
You
it.
do not have it. You don't have the rights. This is not yours. This is ours.
I did see a thing too. It showed like the Sonics logo and then the OKC Thunder, and it was like, this about to be the craziest rivalry in sports. And I was like,
Imagine the first game versus the Oklahoma City Thunder at home in Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah, look who's back, bitch.
Oh my God, the booze would be insane.
It would make a Seahawks 49ers rivalry look like
child's
pussy
play.
shit. Yeah.
Oh my God, I just got I have literal chills right now thinking about what that game would be like.
Another thing too, which we've mentioned this before, but Seattle is such a basketball city. There's so many great players that come out of Seattle, Rainier Beach, and all those high schools.
Yeah.
It's just like a melting pot of
Yep.
star players. And to finally have a team, because so there's a huge debate, is expansion right now appropriate, because they're saying so many teams are tanking and there's this lack of talent issue. There's not enough talent to go around. And I don't think people realize how much of a like basketball city specifically Seattle is, that so many of these players go through the high schools of Seattle, then go out to, you know, Duke and all of these great colleges, and then go to play with other teams. And to be able to have an NBA team in the city of Seattle, where a lot of these kids grow up and play basketball, and having that pipeline also, there's plenty of talent.
No, right.
There is plenty of talent.
I think the owners are just worried because there'll be an expansion draft, so they'll lose some of their team, which I'm like, you selfish. Some of you should lose your whole team.
And wherever Kevin Durant is at that moment, he will be in Seattle.
Have you seen? We and Ari have said this for years. I literally said this to someone like 2 weeks ago. I was like, Kevin Durant, formerly a Seattle Supersonic, was drafted by the Sonics. Was there obviously when they left, which brought him to OKC. We've said for years that he's going to keep signing these short deals.
He's a journeyman right now.
Yeah, and then once the Sonics come back, he's going to end his career in Seattle. And ironically, his current deal with the Houston Rockets is slated to end in 2028.
Like, you can't make it up.
No, the scriptwriters are writing.
Yeah, they went crazy with this one. It's so just like...
You know he's thinking about this too.
Like, oh my God. Especially too, because how many like press conferences and post-game interviews has he said, like,
vouched?
Yes, bring back a team to Seattle. Like, come on. And I just think that that would be so...
iconic,
picturesque and iconic for the city of Seattle, for him to end where he started. Honestly, too, like Russell Westbrook, you can stay if you stay in the league 2 more years.
Oh, you can come back.
Drafted by the Sonics, he never got to play for the Sonics because then that following couple months later they were in OKC. So he was drafted by the Sonics, but then played in OKC, so he never got to play as a Sonic. Bring Russell Westbrook back.
Bring him back.
I don't care if you're washed up by then.
No. And I'd be fine if Paulo Banchero wants to come home. I'd be fine if Zach LaVine wants to come home.
Like, come on.
Jaden McDaniels, you can come home too. Our team could be stacked.
Yep.
Because if the players then have the choice, like when their contracts start to end, where they want to sign, and we create a freaking Seattle super team.
Also too, like, isn't the expansion draft? I haven't looked totally into it and they also said too that this hasn't happened in years, so they're gonna probably have to adjust what it's been before. So to not get, like, hung up on how it's been before, but essentially on the lines, like, if, like, all free agents or non-restricted free agents on any team is fair game, and you, as the expansion team, you get to draft, I think it's a player or 1 or 2 players, that's max, from every single team.
Yeah.
And so it's like...
I remember it from the Kraken.
Yeah.
And the teams, you can basically like hold like a certain amount of players on your own team.
I think that the NBA can hold, I want to say 8. I think I saw 8, but that could change. I don't know.
Sure. And I'm sure it'll change like based on their contract, like lengths and all those things.
Yeah.
The other ironic thing, but also could be the problem for Seattle, is ironically last week, Howard Schultz announced that he was moving out of Seattle.
He said, oh shit, I'm out.
Which is
blast.
Crazy timing.
Got a blast.
Because for those of you that don't know who Howard Schultz is, he was the one responsible for selling the Sonics. And he announced he still resides in Seattle formerly ran Starbucks, announced that he was leaving Seattle because of the new Seattle Millionaire'S tax that will go into effect later, I think this year or next year or something like that. I think it's a while. Anyways, I got to look that up because that's important.
2028.
2028. We got time. And it also still is going to face like a lot of voting, legal challenges, all that stuff. Anyways, Howard Schultz decides he's leaving. And we're all like, great, see you never. We don't like you. We hate you.
Honestly didn't know he was still here.
What are the odds that you announce that you're leaving and the next week we're like, okay, Seattle can have their team back?
Literally. So you just had this like curse over this city. You could have left 10 years
Literally.
ago. Nobody wanted you here. The fact that people still boycott Starbucks is savage.
Icon. Well,
Yeah.
and apparently there's rumors that Starbucks is also leaving, like going to move their headquarters because of this as well.
Oh my God.
But
y'all
I
are
just
pussies.
think that that's hilarious. Like Schultz and the Starbucks news, and then literally the next week that we finally get a word that like the Sonics will return.
Yeah, the irony
basically.
is not lost on me.
You can't make that up. Okay, but obviously the millionaire tax is going to be part of these negotiations and who wants to be involved.
Yeah.
Is it alarming that we have two teams that would currently be up? Seattle Seahawks are up for sale, targeting 7 billion, 8 billion, and then the Sonics would be for sale for 8 billion.
I was thinking that earlier, honestly, when we started talking about the Sonics or the projected 7 to 10 billion, and I'm like, fuck. The Seahawks
Two
are also
teams.
up for
Yeah. So we needed one person to fork up 8 billion. Now we need two.
We need
We actually need about like 20.
a group of rich people to step on in and be like, yeah, I got it.
I'm stressed.
Yeah, it's not great.
So the millionaire's tax will be at 9.9% for anyone that's making an income over $1 million. So 10%. And that's going to affect a lot of athletes in Seattle with these large contracts. I don't know. I'm not their agent, but like you making 40 million, you losing 4. I don't really think is the end of the world. I don't know.
If I'm being completely honest, just the state of the world and the economy, I'm kind of like, read the room. My broke ass is coming to the games and supporting y'all. I think you can cough up just a couple more million. Like,
yes.
I don't really know what y'all expect us to. Why are we? You think we're gonna be on your side?
Yo, and it's like not my choice.
No.
Okay, moving into the Seattle Seahawks on that note, because this was a conversation that John Schneider, general manager of the Seahawks, just had on the radio, that they've forever had this on their side that Washington didn't have a millionaire's tax. So when Seahawks are signing players, that's not something they have to worry about. And he said they will for sure be impacted by this. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
But again, we're a couple years away from that happening. I just think that, again, it's just ironic with Sonics, the teams being for sale, this happening.
Yeah.
Like, there's just a lot of
Yeah. No, it's. I mean,
a lot of money floating around.
Yeah, it's definitely like it makes sense, and I think that's why a lot of people too sometimes like would prefer to go play in places like, I don't know, Cincinnati or
with low taxes,
Houston or something. Yeah,
I need to look up what those taxes are.
Yeah, like I'd imagine that because, or like when they leave the state of California, or like people always make comments and jokes about when players get traded to California, they're kind of like, fuck,
because they're gonna lose hella money.
Yeah, just do the taxes. But I don't, like I said, you're preaching to the wrong choir over here.
Yeah, everyone has taxes.
Like, oh,
I just hope that doesn't actually like impact our performance and such. That, you know what I mean? But we also draft so well, and I'm like, you here, we drafted you. So
yeah, exactly.
You don't really have an option.
I mean, it's also too a thing where, and I don't know how this like even gets controlled, but just like the amount, like the market just keeps getting raised every single year. Like it just kind of blows my mind. Like now even like all of these star players just setting a new benchmark for these certain positions. And it just like keeps climbing and climbing. And I'm like, what the actual
No,
hell?
it's
I'm like,
insane.
clearly the NFL is making plenty of money for all of this to be able to happen. And I mean, yeah, it's players going to certain places where there's more tax in that state. Like, it's unfortunate, but
yeah, but if the benchmark for each position goes up, then really it won't matter, right? Like if you're Kenneth Walker's new deal at $60 million, he'd lose what, 6 in Seattle, like.
So you're at what, 52, and then it's like, what were you making last year?
You're going to live. You're going to live. And I'm just going to hope that doesn't impact. I just think that everyone worried about it in Seattle is because of the Sonics news.
Right.
And that coming at the same time that this tax is introduced for the first time ever.
Yes.
And it's like, what are the odds of that? Also, now you're going to kill our chances.
Right, right.
Like,
it's very like, I understand the purpose of it because there is such a wage gap in this country. And if you don't think so, please open your eyes. Like, the amount of just, like, the wealth gap is insane. It's insanity. But when a city is trying to get an NBA team back and the football team's up for sale, that does impact things where you're like, oh, shit.
Not this year.
No, like, that's good. I get the point. Like, all for it. Tax the millionaires. I'm all for it. But, like, can we do this after we get our basketball team back?
Yeah. Just, like, push it out just, like, a little bit. Like, you know.
Oh, it's not.
We need the team, like, in butts and seats first.
Yeah. Yeah. But, hey.
You know, we hear.
It's a lot of things to be excited for
oh, my God.
In that sense.
What?
So.
Just being a Seattle sports fan this last year is, like.
Crack cocaine.
Oh, my God.
I wouldn't know, though.
I wouldn't know.
Just assuming.
Seahawks sign Emmanuel Wilson, running back from the Green Bay Packers.
Yes. I actually had to pick him up on fantasy.
Yeah.
Did pretty good when the other guys were hurt. Really cute. He's like a Seahawks fan, like when he was a child.
Who isn't?
Yeah.
Like, who isn't? Like,
well, it was funny because then he said his favorite players growing up were Marshawn Lynch and Sean Alexander. And I was like, original. And
like, whose favorite players are?
Literally. And they're saying that his running style matches those players a lot. He's more of a downhill runner. Okay. Kind of like more like along or like Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah.
Walker.
Okay.
The Seahawks must really like Zach Charbonnet.
Love him.
Like, I mean,
love him.
Sure, I do too. But to not go and like find another Kenneth Walker type running back and like kind of go more Zach Charbonnet, like I don't know. I also feel like they know something that we don't, and that his time for recovery and coming back, I think, is maybe possibly sooner than we think.
Totally. I just feel like all of a sudden people just aren't really out for very long with ACL tears. It's just like a normal walk in the park.
They're saying Patrick Mahomes quite literally could be almost ready for week 1.
I'm confused by that. Someone said that to us, and I was like, he tore it on the last game of their season.
Yeah, I also just feel like, I think it was like week 14 or 15.
With their season.
Yeah. After
their season. We wouldn't know about that because we went.
After that, it was over.
We went all the way.
But I think that, I mean, I don't know. I also feel like teams just say this shit so people don't like check out.
Yeah, no, totally. But the Emmanuel Wilson signing also makes me think that the price wasn't right for other quarterbacks or other running backs that went to other teams. Also, possibly that the Seahawks might be signing or drafting someone.
Yeah.
And then, he just fits the culture. Again, we are huge on culture. And when they're looking to sign a free agent and such, there's all those pieces that go into it. Now you get a guy that loves Seahawks, loves to be around the building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's more of the vibe we typically go for.
And I mean, like we've said all season long, all year long, how much we trust John Schneider, but he does have such a knack for just like finding, you know, those free agents that just aren't big names yet, or maybe, you know, like he just sees potential in them, I feel like, and they as an organization would rather spend a little more money or less money, take a chance on a player that's not, you know, a star player, and just kind of see where it goes with that. I think it's a little less risk.
Totally.
And, I mean, they obviously have somewhat of a plan going in the draft, so.
Zach Charbonnet. Stand on business.
The man.
Okay.
I love it.
There's been some drama with Seahawks players that have left in the years.
Yeah.
Recently, Kenneth Walker said that he was irked by the split time between him and Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah.
Are you more annoyed by Kenneth Walker saying that he's irked by the split time, or annoyed by the previous year of DK Metcalf saying the grass is greener on the other side?
I think that I'm more irked by DK, if I'm being honest. That, like, reading and looking into that and just hearing it is more, to me, a dig at the organization as a whole.
Totally.
The team as a whole. And just being like, that's better over there. I want to be over there.
Yeah.
I think Kenneth Walker's comments, even if these are true, if he even said this, because some are saying that it wasn't really said, or I don't know. But if it's true, like, I think that comment is more towards Clint Kubiak, like the offensive coordinator.
Sure.
The scheme, the game plan. Like, yeah, I'm sure that's annoying to have to split carries. But I'm also like, I just think it's a little ironic that you just had your first full healthy year and you were able to do really well in the playoffs and the Super Bowl after splitting the back
Correct.
all season. So
Correct.
I don't know. I think I'd have more of an opinion depending on how this next year goes, as he does play as a true RB1. And if he's out by week 8, I'm going to be like, well, you probably shouldn't be so irked about splitting the backfield.
100%.
Or if he doesn't think, then I'd be like, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. Because I get that. Like, it's true. Kenneth Walker did all the work to get down the field.
Yep.
And then Zach Charbonnet would just punch it in.
Sure.
I get that. But that's just touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's just touchdowns.
You still got a max deal.
Exactly. So do you really care about the number of touchdowns
Right.
that you were getting? I mean, like, you weren't going to beat any record or anything. Like,
Exactly. And like how mad, I totally agree. If he said it, whatever, you can personally feel that way, but whatever scheme they decided on won them a Super Bowl.
exactly.
So, I mean, even as a player, you can't be that annoyed.
It clearly worked.
It worked. Like,
So-
like if you're Clint Kubiak or anyone on the coaching staff, you're like,
I mean,
and like,
yeah.
how's the ring on your
you
finger?
have a Super Bowl
What's
ring.
it like?
You were
Yeah.
MVP.
I'm
like,
for sure think the DK thing was more annoying. I think back to when that happened too, because he said it on Get Got podcasts,
yeah.
which I was like, also,
Awkward.
yeah, I was also like, you're hating on the team like two ex-players.
Yeah.
And the thing with the DK comment was he never, which neither did Kenneth Walker, which begs the question of if it was really said or not, but DK like never would publicly express that before, right? And then it was kind of like, but you expressed it in the way of just like you were frustrated on the sidelines all the time.
Yes.
The unsportsmanlike,
Yes.
the attitudes, the calling the coaches on the sideline upstairs and like
Yeah.
cussing people out. That
Yeah.
whole shtick.
Yeah.
But then you weren't really ever saying anything. And then like as soon as season ends, you're like, the grass is greener. I'm out. Like
Yeah.
DK was obviously mad they got rid of Russ. All these things, but I don't know. The way he just went about things would irritate the shit out of me. And I remember we were like, that comment was just an interesting comment to make before you even gone to training camp with
Totally.
the Steelers.
How do you know?
You don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, so in theory, the
I
grass is
think
green. And
also,
maybe our
too-
team was better without you. Maybe you were the problem.
No, like, our grass is greener, I'll tell you that. Because guess who has a Super Bowl and guess who doesn't?
Literally.
So
I'm
our
like,
grass is actually greener.
you were holding us back.
Physically and figuratively. We're out here in Seattle. We got green grass and we got a Super Bowl. You're in
Grass
Pittsburgh.
is real bushy, real
Yeah.
full.
We are plush out here. Okay? Like, please. But also, too, I think when that comment was made, it was also around him and this narrative of, like, I want to go somewhere sunny and
Yes,
you know, like,
yes.
just, like,
Yes.
get out of Seattle. Like, it's just a hellhole.
Seattle's horrid.
Yeah, and it was kind of just, like, I think a dig at the organization.
Yep.
The city.
The
The fans, everything. So I think that was more of just, like, a public kind of, like, fuck you guys.
Which also
So.
misdirected. Like the city didn't trade Russell.
No, we didn't really have a play in that.
So like what that yeah, the whole thing was very like theatrical towards the city when I wasn't a part of that. Why you're frustrated.
I have no say. The only team that is publicly shared is the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. I wish it was the Seahawks. We'd all share it right now.
Yeah, we don't have any say.
No, I wish. Yeah, that was so irritating. Ari and I attended the Ernest Jones signing this past weekend at Simply Seattle.
Yeah, he had a fun little appearance.
Yeah.
Simply to celebrate their reopening, I guess you could
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
out in U Village. Previously, they were in a smaller spot. They have now moved to another location, still within U Village, in a much bigger store. It's gorgeous. It looks so good.
So fire.
Tons of great merch. All your teams. It has UW. It has Kraken. It has
Yeah.
Seahawks. Sonics. Yeah, it has it all. So if you are in the area and need some merch, go stop by Simply in U Village. It's awesome. But yeah, Ernest Jones was there that day.
Super nice guy.
Super nice.
Yeah.
Which is always very
Love that.
refreshing when you meet players
Yeah.
like that. Looks you in your eye and shakes your hand and says hi.
Like
Yeah.
dead in the eyes.
And I remember when we were at Fan Fest with the Mariners, Josh Naylor was the same, and it was just very like respectful.
We love
and,
that.
Like, yeah, it was very. It's cool when you get a player, especially like Ernest Jones, who was with the Rams, a divisional rival, and you kind of have like your family and everything set there, and then to come to Seattle and we're kind of taking them in, like it seems just very refreshing to see players like actually enjoy and like appreciate and be nice to the fans and everything, rather than like, oh fuck, I got to do this on
rather
a
than the
Saturday
grass
in my off season, like
rather than the grass is greener on the other side.
I got to go to Seattle. Yeah, so that was fun.
Big Dumper will be there March 24th, so get your tickets for that.
That'll be
Okay, let's shake it up. Let's go to the shake up.
Shake it up.
We got some baseball to talk about.
We sure do.
The week before opening day, the US of A. Do people say that anymore? The US of A?
I don't think so.
Oh. There should be like a little of. Or yeah, or right? Because USA, United States, America. Mm-hmm. That's not.
It reads as dumb as we are. Like, period.
Why have we not talked? Why
United
is no
States America?
Yeah, United States America. I'm like, I think there should be a of in there or something. Just a little baby one.
Yeah. Well, following all of these world issues going on, if you're unfamiliar, apparently we're trying to take over Venezuela. Now we're playing them in the World Baseball Classic. Yeah. I just think it's just ironic.
Okay, yeah. Ari and I are recording this episode Tuesday morning, so forgive us, but this will come out after the championship between the USA and Venezuela has happened. Two Mariners, Cal Raleigh playing in the WBC, and ex-Mariner Eugenio Suarez for Venezuela.
Yeah.
I just felt like he was a Mariner still.
That's
upsetting.
Yeah, Gino was the one who hit the home run to get
the
juice going for Venezuela against Italy. Italy was a blast to watch.
Italia.
Oh my God, they had an espresso machine in the dugout.
Dude, so fitting. What do we do?
I don't know, but
what's our celebration?
I think that we need
soda,
espresso, McDonald's fries,
a burger.
Something about that espresso had them jacked up because Italy made a run that no one expected.
Dude, they're so cute.
I found this really Pascantino, I think. I forget what team he's on in real life. But he plays...
If he is on one.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it was something about him in spring training, him and a player, like, they share an apartment.
Oh,
and it's, like, really funny and cute.
Yeah. Because I heard, like, Italy had to, like, knock on doors.
Okay, yeah. So, really interesting. So, Italy itself, obviously, as we said... doesn't really give
the baseball none of their country was watching versus like Venezuela, like the whole country was watching.
Yes, nobody knows.
Did you hear the fun facts during that game? Basically, that like a lot of like Venezuela, that name came from like baby Venice. No, that's why there's a lot of like Venezuelan Italian.
Oh.
Yeah, I almost texted you, but watching the game, I felt like I was listening to a history lesson. I was like, wait, this is kind of interesting. Like, I'm learning things here. No, this is how I want to learn.
Exactly. If there's sports involved, I'm listening. Like,
now it makes sense versus, like, reading out of a book. I was like, oh.
Well, when I was in Italy last year, I would have loved to have this information.
Yes.
So, just to, like, have that in my noggin.
Because there was Venezuelan, like, coaches that are also Italian.
Correct.
And so... there's like a close proximity, like when Venezuela was like discovered.
Interesting.
Yeah, I need to look at a map because I'm not picturing it, but very interesting. Yes. You could learn a lot watching the WBC, so big shout
facts.
Out.
Big facts. So out in Italy, there's just like so the team of Italy is literally ran by Italians, and they didn't have any players, and they were like going basically like door to door asking like, "Hey, do you want to play baseball?" Which is just hysterical to think about. And obviously there were pretty much all Americans that were on the Italian team, but some of the players had really said like learning so much about my culture and which makes the World Baseball Classic a little different. Like we said before a couple episodes ago about like lineage and all that, like how you are capable of even playing. Like, so some players could have played for Team USA last time. Now this year they're eligible to play for Italy.
Right.
All they need
is
like
a third lineage, I think.
Yeah, all they need is like a great grandpa that's Italian.
They just need their like old neighbor to have lived in Italy one time.
Yeah, and then they just need like some kind of document and be like, okay, yeah, I got Italian in me, and so then they're. I
took a course of Italian in college.
Essentially. So, but a lot of these players are like, it's been really fun to learn my culture that I didn't really know anything about. But they didn't really no one projected them to go far, but they got to semifinals with Venezuela.
Dude, and they
were winning like majority of the game. And they were really fun to watch. And then that same player, Bascantino, he had 3 home runs in a game.
Wow.
A couple days ago, which is first time ever in WBC history. And it was ironically after Italy beat Team USA, and he went into the dugout and he was like, "Where's the Nespresso?" or what? No, espresso, not Nespresso.
They're like, that's American shit.
That's just me every morning. Where's my Nespresso?
Yeah, that's how she wakes up.
But he was like in the dugout, like screaming, like, "Where's the espresso?" And everyone was like, "Chill, like you haven't done shit in the WC, like yada yada yada."
I'm dead.
And then, kid you not, the next game, 3 home runs. I was like, and that, folks, is why talking shit is important and it works.
No, in telling your friends what it is.
It works.
I would love if they took an espresso and then like we're eating like a little plate of pasta, like baby plates of pasta, and like doing like the parent tray or the thing to each other.
Also a jacket. I think I forget who made it for them, but it's like Italian something, some kind of
Someone
jacket.
else,
like how the Blue Jays do that.
Yeah.
That jacket's ugly.
Blue Jays were doing it, and so was the Dominican, by the way. I'm like, did Vladdy bring that?
Vladdy brought it,
He's like, hey, I have this really sick idea.
Yeah.
A jacket. I'm like, yeah, we just saw it all year for the Blue Jays.
I hate that Vladdy plays for Blue Jay because I love Vladdy.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love most of the Dominicans for many reasons.
I really thought Dominican would have won that game against
I
US.
thought the Dominican was beating the US of A 1,000%.
Yeah.
They kind of look like they were a little asleep. And I will say, this will be the only time I compliment him. But the Dominican Republic scored a lot of runs during the tournament. They were also known for being really aggressive on the base pass, and that was kind of like their bread and butter.
Multiple games with mercy rule.
Yeah, however, it went downhill from them after Tatis got thrown out at third by Aaron Judge, and then after that they became kind of like timid, like they didn't want to. That throw from Aaron Judge. Yeah.
I think he was listening to our podcast.
We
were saying, what defense? What defense? You're rarely out in the outfield anyway.
I was like, wow, he does play right field. I mean, you didn't last year during your MVP season, but... I
know, I had the same thought. I was like...
It was a fucking laser beam.
No, it was fire.
And I think what throws me off about baseball is because I grew up playing softball where the bases are 60 feet. And in baseball, they're 90 feet. And so when I watch that play, right, like based on the camera angles that you can see as fans, you see Tatis rounding second, right, when the ball is still rolling out to Judge. And as a softball player, I'm not even throwing that to third because he's already there, right, because they have such a short distance to go. So I was just mind blown anyways that Judge was even still throwing it, right? Because I was like, he's already there.
Yeah.
And then when the throw got there and he was still out by like 10 feet, I was like...
No, that was a throw. I mean, genuinely, you think about the distance from far right field all the way to third base, and to be accurate like that, I mean...
Yeah. No, I'll give it to him.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh.
I'll also give the no-fly zone to Julio, who
my God,
which I love that he did no-fly zone, and Vladdy did it.
Oh, I did not see that.
Yes, they did a post where there's like different angles of Julio's robbing, like it was like Aaron Judge face and like everyone.
Right.
And Vladdy was in the infield doing this. And I was like, wow, that's such a Mariner thing for you to do.
Yeah,
Do you want to come play for us?
No kidding. Hello.
Do you like the US of A?
Grass is greener on this side.
We have really plush grass.
Yes. Dang, yeah.
Have you heard about that tax in Canada?
To be honest, as a Mariners fan, it's been pretty painful watching the WBC.
Yeah.
All of our players have been fucking ass. Just gonna call it what it is.
Yeah, no, that's what it. Hey,
No need to
besides,
sugarcoat it.
oh, ex Mariner player Dan Altavia was pitching for Italia.
Yeah.
Which I was like, oh, he's still around.
Yes, I had the same thought. I was like the Altavia? Okay.
Yeah, I know. When he was
Okay.
pitching, I was like, oh yeah, that body's only on one pitcher.
Yeah,
Short,
yeah.
just built
Yeah,
like a
interesting.
stone. But yes, the current roster.
Yeah,
woof.
woof. Cal Raleigh got pulled, didn't even play that last
Yeah,
game
no.
against the Dominican because
But
he was like 0 for 12.
he might get put back in for the championship because if they both ain't gonna hit, Cal did have a pass ball, but so did Wells.
Will Smith.
Will Smith. I don't know why I'm thinking Wells. He did too in the last game, so I think defense wise they're pretty
I mean, Cal
similar
had one oopsie. Like he's a
in
little more
the
reliable.
last like 178 games.
yeah,
So like
he's a little more reliable. Than,
yeah, so I feel like he might get the start just for that.
I can't remember. I think Will Smith had. I think he had a double or maybe just a base hit, and I go, shit.
Shit.
I was like, well, I think that might be it for Cal because first
Okay,
game
but-
in, Will Smith got a hit.
What's been interesting though for the WBC is how many. Well, we're not like completely shocked by it because players are like loving playing in it more than they even
Yeah.
thought. Because it's giving like the Olympic feel. It's just interesting how many players have come out and said that they value it more than a World Series. I'm not completely shocked by that, but I'm also like, it's
I'm
weird to like hear like.
I'm shocked by the Americans saying it. If I'm being completely
Oh
honest.
yeah. Like okay, so we were just saying that last night. Ronald Cunha Jr. plays for Venezuela. He's an Atlanta Brave. He said it.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he described it just like made sense to me. Like he's like, before I became an Atlanta Brave, like I am Venezuelan. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and so I lived there. Like
Yeah.
that's and so that kind of like makes more sense to me. But when Aaron Judge is he's like, it's way better. And what was really funny about Aaron Judge saying, he's like, I've been in a World Series
Yeah.
and it's better. And I was like,
Yeah. No, and same with like Julio, which I was really glad that no Mariners fans
hated on him for
and
that.
like took that and ran with it because Jesus, how we had enough PR through this whole tournament. I was really glad people saw like Julio saying, you know, I'm just a young kid that came from the Dominican. Like
Totally.
he's done so much for that community where he came from. And at the end of the day, it's like you can play for these teams. We've been proven multiple times that organizations are not as loyal to players as
Players
you
are
know.
to them.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, no matter what, they are Dominican, they are
Sure.
Venezuelan.
And interesting
So-
enough, for the Julio example, the Mariners specifically have a huge tie to the
Yeah.
Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Like the Mariners have a farm system in the Dominican Republic. We have
Yeah.
a training center there. They've all gone back and gave him back. So like
Yeah.
like the Mariners have a tie to the Dominican Republic,
Yeah.
which for
Yeah.
Julio is like easier to be like,
And I think too, like you don't really get an opportunity like this very often to represent your country. Obviously, like we've said, Olympics hasn't had baseball. It will have it, I think, next time around, 2028. But like going to the World Series, you're still playing for, it's like just America, and
Yeah.
it's literally, or just USA, and it's just you're playing with these guys who come from all over. And it's probably a lot harder to get to that point, but you could play all 168 games
yeah.
and have not the same feeling from where you came from. And then it's like now you get to play representing your
Totally.
country, and
Totally.
that's all they care about for this short amount of time. And who knows what you did over the 168 games, but like what you do right now, getting to represent your country, it's like it's just more meaningful. I feel
Totally.
like, on the sense of like, oh yeah, this is my job. I play professional baseball. I'm playing for this organization that pays me.
Right.
This is more of like I chose to come out here and represent my country, and look at all like the fans
Right.
The atmosphere.
And, like, your homage to that country never changes.
Correct.
You can win a World Series this year with the Seattle Mariners and be traded next year.
Exactly.
And it's like it didn't even happen.
And that doesn't really do anything for...
Like, emotionally.
Yeah, and, like, for the Dominican. Like, not everyone knows, like, where these players are from.
Right.
Like, I'm like, watching some of these teams, I'm like, oh...
Yeah, no, totally. It's definitely like a pride. It's wearing it across their chest. It's all of those things combined.
Yeah.
It's just been so cool. I saw a post, though. It's like last night of that game where it's like all full, or the USA game. And someone was like, this is America, like baseball being, every seat is full, like comparing it to the Super Bowl. And everyone was like, well, yeah, that's what happens when the tickets are like reasonably priced instead of the Super Bowl tickets that are also, only for the billionaires.
Also,
tax
those
bracket.
There were so many Venezuelans and Cubans and
like,
all of that.
Like
so
baseball being America's sport, though. And I'm like, yeah, well, Super Bowl is not affordable to go to, period.
No.
like, that's not, we're not talking about the same thing.
And I think, too, like a lot of those fans, obviously, like to see, I mean, look at the Dominican Republic. You went down that lineup and you could name every single team that they were on. Yeah. Like, you knew.
As a fan, you get to see all of them at once.
Yes. All of them at once, representing your country.
Oh, my God, so cool.
And, it's in Miami. Like, the tickets are way cheaper than a fucking Super Bowl.
Yes.
Like, it's just so much more. I mean, I'm not surprised one bit that these players were like.
No.
Yeah,
but like Judge playing in a World Series is the most fascinating comment to me, because I'm like, is that a dig at the New York Yankees fans? Because I'm taking it as that, and I don't care how you meant it. That's how I'm gonna take it.
And like, my thing is, like, everyone's like, are you offended by this? I'm like, no. As far as I'm concerned, I think the World Baseball Classic is better than World Series. Because I don't know what a fucking World Series is like. I don't know. I have no experience having my team in the World Series. So I don't know. This is my World Series. I have nothing to compare it to. This is great.
I've never been a bigger Bobby Witt Jr. fan.
Period. I'm rooting at Aaron Judge like, monster.
I'm like,
Bobby Witt.
I'm like Paul Skeens.
Literally, I'm like, this is fantastic. This is so fun.
This is like an all-star game I actually give a shit about.
Exactly. And like, even I'm like, I was rooting tough for the Dominican. I ain't gonna lie.
No, me too. That was a hard game for me because I was like, do I stay loyal to my country or like my country?
I was like, come on, DR. Put it on him. Put it on him. But,
no, give Paul Skeens his flowers.
Dude, yeah.
He's insane. Oh, look at him. He's going against that lineup.
Where
it's like bing, 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 bing. Like, and he's like,
imagine?
And he's like in what's his second or third year?
Yes. I think probably third
I think
year?
he's going into his third.
Yeah. No, it's like actually insane because if I'm looking at that lineup, I'm literally going like, oh my God, like, does this ever end?
Right. And I'm going like smash, smash, smash.
I'm like, no, it doesn't end. It just
Keep it going. Where's the backups? What's the bullpen like?
Just curious.
Show the bullpen. Let me see some more tan skin and light colored eyes, please.
One thing that did suck was how it ended.
Oh, yes. Controversy.
DR versus USA.
Yes.
How that game ended, obviously.
On a ball.
Just proves everyone that the ABS system will be very well liked and appreciated and welcomed.
They will use it for the next round of
fucking
World
better.
You know, I will say, because obviously it
that
ended on that
all day.
I was gonna that's what I was gonna say too. Obviously, it shouldn't have ended on that, but that wasn't the first bad call. He made bad calls for both teams all game.
Can be made for an argument as the team that by the fourth, fifth inning, you know his strike zone. You know the strike zone. So you unfortunately have to go off of that strike zone, not the actual strike zone.
Yeah.
If you're seeing how he's calling these balls and strikes all game, that is also on the batter to take note of, like, all right, this
too close to take.
This is the strike zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was that one was a little.
I mean, it was shit. Like they do. I mean, they left a ton of players in running position, and
exactly.
So it's just one of those things where it sucks that it comes down bottom of the ninth, runner in scoring position.
Yeah.
Like it's. I mean, just like the magnitude of everything coming down to that one pitch. and then it just being fucked up by a dumbass ump. Like, it's literally just
Couldn't
like,
have said it
this
more gracefully.
is what we're talking about. like you are deciding these games, and it's very frustrating. But it's one of those things where it's like, it's irritating to see comments being like, USA cheated. I'm like, okay, first of all, that's not cheating.
No, that we have nothing to do with that.
Yeah. Okay. Did the come to our locker room afterwards? Yeah.
Was he affiliated with the US? Yes, obviously.
Did we pay him? Maybe. But like,
and by we, I don't know who that was. But
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
someone did.
I don't know. I don't trace money and all that. But
Yeah, it'll just be interesting because that whole argument is exactly why the ABS is being introduced, and we're about to see it
Rightfully so.
happen.
Yeah.
So everyone, don't get your panties in a bunch.
No, I'm excited. That's gonna be so interesting seeing
I
the
know.
head tapping.
Head tapping.
Yeah.
Head tapping.
Who on the Mariners are you trusting to do a head tap?
Cal Raleigh.
Period.
I think every pitcher should have Cal Raleigh do it because let me tell you, coming from a catcher's perspective, also like.
You have the best view.
You have the best view. I know what I'm framing. You've also, to your previous point, you experience the ump like all game too.
Yeah.
You're starting to learn like maybe what he's missing, what he's not, so you can kind of like draw it out.
It's
Because
chess,
there's not
checkers.
that. Yeah, that little box isn't actually like there for Cal. So,
Which blows my mind. I'm like, what do you mean? I need that box.
dude, it's like when a girl goes to the football game for the first time. We're like, where's the yellow line?
Yeah, wait, what? Where's the first down marker? Where'd the lines go? Oh.
Oh, speaking of
That's fair.
baseball, next week, the Mariners open their season at T-Mobile Park, Thursday, March 26th.
Yeah, all of our bad chemistry and players that hate each other.
There's probably
Oh my
gonna
God.
there's probably gonna be a brawl.
There's probably gonna be. Oh my God, dude. Yeah.
There's gonna be a brawl opening day.
I bet Rainey and Cal are gonna punch each other in the dugout. I don't know. Maybe we have some tea.
We love rumors.
You guys should go.
Yeah,
just
you
to
guys should
ma-
go to the game
just to make sure.
And then there's gonna be a banner unveiled.
Period.
Do you want to give a little teaser for next week?
We may or may not have a guest next week to start the week off. It will not be just us two. We will have somebody with us.
Yeah.
To get you very, very, very hyped for Mariners season. This person is very knowledgeable, very fun, very within the Mariners
Yes.
lifestyle
Ooh.
and
Oh my
atmosphere
God.
and
There's no
vibes.
facts that she don't know.
So we will be unveiling that soon. So stay up to date on socials.
Yep. That episode will drop Monday, March 23rd, and it's a full Mariners episode to celebrate opening week.
Because baseball's back.
Baseball is back, baby.
Which I know we just had snow, which what the fuck was that, by the way?
No, don't even want to talk about it.
Good thing we're now flooding and drowning with all that snow melting. Now we can fast forward, get the thing going, and now we
Yes.
can move on to spring and baseball season.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I was like, okay, like getting ready for baseball season. Yee! Like, getting
I was
all
like putting
excited.
away my winter clothes.
Oh, yeah. I was like, sweaters, don't need those.
No.
Jackets, don't even have them. Umbrella, what's that? And then all of a sudden, I wake up to over a foot of snow. And I'm like, that's not very baseball weather of you.
No, hated it. Hated every second of it.
That's not very opening
People
day
being
in
like-
13 days of you.
People being
hello?
like, yay. I'm like,
No. You had 3 months to do this
no.
shit.
I wanted
You can come in
0.
November, December, January, and I'm like, oh my God, I love
No.
the snow. It's so pretty. March, mid-March,
No.
13 days away from opening day.
No.
You're too late to the party.
No, we're done. You're canceled.
You're way too late to the party.
I want 0 part of it.
Oh my God, I was so irritated, like getting in and out of my car and like
Yes.
stepping on the snow and slipping and sliding everywhere. And I'm just like, "Ugh, what? I'm not meant for this.
No, hated it.
Oh my God. So
But we
thank God
don't
that's
hate
over.
baseball.
No, we don't hate baseball.
We will also be on the socials this week with food reviews from all things T-Mobile Park. I've heard there's new churros too.
Hey, if anyone has not seen that new ferry boat
Yeah.
dish,
Fire.
whatever, I'm fucking hyped for that.
No, I heard it's only like an $8 upgrade. Which
I would pay $20
which
for
you
that.
just need like one to bring it
Actually,
home.
no, I wouldn't. Don't get any ideas.
You just need like one and then bring it home and then you're like done for the year.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm absolutely eating out of that ferry boat
no.
very often.
We get to see it tonight.
Yes, we get to see it. We are we've been so lucky to be invited to T-Mobile Park to taste all of the food
Yeah.
for this season, similar to what we did with the Seahawks. So it'll be really fun to see other Seattle creators and influencers and people just been the Mariners. It's going to get us excited.
No, so
As if we're
excited.
not already. But T-Mobile Park is very known for their top tier food. So we're there for the cuisine.
Obviously.
So we will have reviews
You
of that.
invite us to a food tasting, we're there. Food and drink, mind
Oh,
you.
absolutely. The big backs have arrived.
When we got that invite, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
I
Thank
was
you.
like-
Now you get us.
And on St. Patty's Day,
No-
period.
Oh, yeah. Should we celebrate?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go do it.
I am a leprechaun.
Yep. No, this
Happy
is...
St. Patty's Day, everyone.
Yeah, this is your holiday.
It is. It is. This is actually my favorite holiday.
Okay, let's go out tonight.
And it's a okay, now you're doing too much.
Well, we're already going.
Yeah.
So.
But we could stay out and like watch baseball.
Oh, WBC. Okay. Hi, guys.
Yeah, St. Patty's Day.
Love you guys.
I'm getting my leprechaun on.
See you next week for all things Mariners.
Hell yeah.
Baseball's
XOXO.
back. Shakers.
Baseball is so bad.